My name is Tubosun Falowo. I'm Group Executive Director at Greenwich Trust Ltd. It's a group that is into investment banking, financial advisory, securities dealing, asset management, registrar services. We have a trustee company within the group as well, and we have a manufacturing company and a courier company.
It's interesting because you've really read quite a bit. If you've been doing your MBA and MSc, what made you think that you needed a personal mentorship or coaching program?
Okay, well, I think it's a self-desire. It's something that I felt I needed more. I recall I had a session with Professor Franca Ovaje. During one of our sessions, I met with her privately, and I recall from her that I'd like to have a mentoring program with an accomplished entrepreneur. She recommended yourself and some other person, I think the MD of InterSwitch. And then she said I should go and think about it, and I should come back to her who preferred. I mean, basically because of different areas in terms of professional life, probably age and all that. So I went home, I looked at the profile, I studied yourself and the other gentleman, and I came back to her that I think I would prefer to be mentored by you.
It's amazing because a lot of people in the advanced world, even accomplished people, have a mentor, sort of a sounding board. I had a concept of a mentor, but I didn't know whether the country was ready for it. A lot of people have been to the masterclass and enjoyed it, but you are the pioneer mentee. How has the whole mentoring program been for you? Yes, you mentioned we had about 8 sessions, one-on-one. What is the takeaway for you? What is the value, if any? What would you like to share about your experience?
Okay, I think my experience will be in two folds. The first part of that would be the also academy, the institution. It's been a bit more interesting for me to see that here in Nigeria, we could have this kind of an academy where well structured, and then you have faculty members, and then you have champions that come and share their own entrepreneurial experience. And one of the days I met one of your partners that also, take some of the guys on strategies and some other things. It's amazing that you could have such institution in Nigeria. That experience for me was awesome. The first time I came here, you took me around, and I was hugely impressed with what you guys have in terms of your facilities and the way you are structured. The other part of the mentoring program itself, I would say, is a learning curve. Like I said earlier on, I got into executive role, I think, last year. Before going to that role, I'd been within the group. I've done quite a lot of playing some certain key strategic roles within the group. However, I realized that there's a gap. There's a gap for me. There's a gap for me to have a deep understanding of some of the responsibilities and some of the roles that are expected of me. Your own experience for me has always been, let's take ourselves out of office, let's sit down one-on-one, let's look at the scenarios as being played out in your office, and then let's look at how we can provide solutions to some of the challenges and some of the things that you like to implement in the office. So to that extent, being with you for the past 8 sessions thereabout has really helped me develop those skill sets or those gaps that I even myself I observed those gaps early enough while I was having the MBA. So it's been a fulfilling exercise, quite insightful for me and quite refreshing. I always look forward to coming to have this session with you because I know at every other time there was always a new thing that I would learn. One of the things you told me during our session, I'm not so sure you could remember that, but I remember vividly. And then you asked me that question, that why are we in business? Why are we doing what we're doing? Why are we offering those services that we offer? And when I was going home, I kept asking myself, we never had this discussion in the office. We've had several strategy sessions. Yes, we would like to create wealth. We like to, increase our relationship with our stakeholders. We like to make them more wealthy. We like to have income naturally. We have to create value for the stakeholders of the company. But we never really asked ourselves that question in that deep way that you asked me that day. And those are one of the few things I've enjoyed while having this session with you.
I'm pleased about that feedback. I have the same feedback for you, by the way. I've seen a big change in you since we started to now, and I think that I'm more confident and even more reinforced in my belief that it's time for mentorship of very top executives in Nigeria to take the role of the top seat or even at the AD level. Do you have the same view? Would you recommend other people that are in either MD position or MD -1 to take this kind of a mentorship program?
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, I will recommend. I've actually started recommending. So I think I will do that, and I will continue to do that. I would love to be a great ambassador of this great, wonderful institution. So I will, because I also think maybe the other thing you also need to do, some of your faculty members and some of your champions could also take a cue from you and see if you could also have a mentoring program that might not only be you, but other people. Because the truth of the matter is, once we're done with this session, once the referrals goes out, there's going to be a testimony from me. A lot of people will probably want to share my own view and have to understand, okay, why did I have to do this? What has it been? What do I think? And all that. You're going to have a run of a lot of people coming to you, and so it will be a bit taxing for you to cope with that. Maybe you could do 2 or 3 people per year, I wouldn't know. But so it's also something you need to start looking into. Maybe you want to build a team of mentors and see how that could impact or change the corporate landscape of Nigeria. But the truth of the matter is that it's indeed something that we lack, and something that we should do, because we can only pass on the generation from generation if we are well prepared ahead of what we're going to. Some other companies sometimes are not able to put the companies in perpetual growth, or sometimes it might not even be going concern anymore after maybe 2 or 3 generations of leaders. And it's always a problem of succession planning, always a problem of have you been able to adequately mentor the next leaders to take up those roles. So it's something that I would do. I would gladly do that.
I think you make a very fine point. To a first point, what we wanted to do between you and I was to prove the concept with somebody, which is you, and we've proven the concept. We have a template, and we're going to then bring more of our champions into it and give a general guideline. But of course, they also have their own mentorship style. So we're going to have the mentorship, one-on-one mentorship as one of the offering of the also leadership academy. I also understand from where you're coming from that we need it because businesses don't go from generation to generation.
Yeah.
Look at Cadbury, look at McDonald's. We had our own big businesses, Vitola and stationery stores and so on. Especially family businesses that are significant. To hand over to the next generation, they have to be prepared and ready. And we are not taking the steps to make them prepared and hand them over a billionaire business, or as the case may be. And we hope that some magic will happen.
No, yeah.
There will be no magic. So this is clearly one of the priorities of the Also Leadership Academy, to develop one-on-one mentorship for top people that are going to succeed the CEO or people that are going to inherit a family business. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So thank you very much for sharing your testimony. Thank you for coming, and it's been very lovely working with you on this mentorship journey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I'm here. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.